I'm feeling good. I think I'm definitely ready to speak, but I'm more so concerned about how the speech, I guess not even concerned, I'm just anticipating how it's gonna go as far as, just presentation delivery. I know that if he can get to say what he wants to say the way he wants to say it, it's all good from there. Okay. So, well, you can go, I'm gonna grab my speech and
maybe we can just sit and kind of noodle a little bit.
yeah. Well, mine or yours or both of them? Okay. I'll just read. I can just read through this,
Okay.
and then we'll just just look at the transition.
Okay.
And how that's going.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for coming today. My name is Reagan Dahle, and I'm the son of Senator Brian Dahle. I met the senator 20 years ago today, and ever since that day, he has been in my corner, supporting me and my family. During my life, my dad has been a business owner, county supervisor, state assemblyman, state senator, all the while being a farmer. Of all the things he has ever been, the most important he's been to me was my dad. The man who taught me about early mornings and late nights, instilling in me the value of hard work and grit. His guidance taught me to approach struggle head on and to look to find common ground in a world of conflict. That is the man I know. That is the man who will be in front of you today.
This place is ran by a supermajority of Democrats. We don't have debates. They don't even listen to us. They shut us down. They kill our bills. And so all the policies that are coming out, they don't want to talk about the facts. It's 25 years of one-party rule. What have we gotten in 25 years?
Bottom line is we used to aspire to greatness, and that motivated a lot of kids in our society to become even better.
47th in the nation in education. Mind you, we spent about $21,000 per student last year. Parents that I talk to are taking their kids out of the system. They're looking for something better.
The cost to build California's long-delayed high-speed rail line has once again risen.
And a never-ending project.
We've invested billions of dollars in a bullet train, and we haven't laid 1 foot of track. That's money that's driving the cost of your living up every day. When you pump a gallon of gas, some of that money goes to bullet train.
When a homeless woman pulled out a knife, you're seeing this.
Urinating out in the open, vomiting.
And yet they're still applying the same failed formula year after year and somehow expecting to have a better result. It's insanity.
They spend $20 billion in the last 3 years on homelessness, and that's $75,000 per homeless person in California. And I will take you 3 blocks over and show you that it hasn't changed in the last 4 years. I've been driving down that road. There's the same amount of homeless people there. But where did the money go? If you were spending that much money, don't you think that somebody would want a result?
ABC 7 News I-Team revealed 9 companies, part of the Pump Jack Group founded by Governor Newsom, received millions in funding through the Paycheck Protection Program.
Gavin Newsom has $60 million in the bank. He didn't get that from the everyday person in California. He got that from people that want something out of this government. What would it look like if I was governor? These guys are owned by those people that put them in here. Can you imagine if the people put somebody in office, the real people? Let them be the power broker. Just the ability to say, no, you're not gonna push this crazy stuff down on my family. That's what I wanna do. I wanna empower the people, because where the people are is where we need to come from. We need to take this place back. That means show up and never leave. Do something better for our children than what we've been getting for the last 30 years. This is a wonderful state. It's got the right climate. God designed it perfectly. Fertile soils. We got the Silicon Valley. We got the movie industry. But the problem is we have people who disregard the voter and don't understand that when they rise up, they're going to take this place back, and I'm going to help them do it.
Things from Northern California coming to Merced, and it's just the most logical way to link it all. I see Mark's point at the beginning, but the more you think about it, Merced's again one of the fastest growing parts of the state.
Unless we like talk to each other.
What do you want?
Subcontracted out to or you subcontract out.
We got the whole thing here, babe. Sour cream?
Alright, are we?
Yeah,
Are we
let's
the
stay
people?
grace and then we'll.
Cream cheese on top, then sour cream.
Layers.
Yeah, I can hear it. It's warming up.
I did. It was fun.
Yeah, he made it.
So
Yeah.
I know that we've been through some pretty tough campaigns in the past.
Yeah. Probably, it wasn't until like the Senate campaign that we really like faced like a truly like negative campaign, like getting hit pieces in the mail, like.
Our campaigns have always ended up, since the open primary, running against Republican.
Yeah.
And so those are, I think, more difficult. I mean, I think the contrast between the governor and me are pretty black and white. But now, you're 12, Roz, and this is going to impact your life a lot.
A lot. People have Google.
I mean, you have to be able to try to convince Republicans that you're not too moderate and convince Democrats that you're not too extreme. Because there's people that are out there that just want blood and they just want to see you just like trash on someone and destroy them. And there's other people that you need to bring in and say we can still do this together.
I'm like the realist in the in the like logistics. That's my, how's that going to work? How are we going to schedule? How are we going to schedule our whole life around that? How am I going to run for re-election? What's this going to look like?
But it won't work if Chase isn't able to run the farm. It won't work if Rosin has she has to be able to focus on her school and everything has to be able to work and it all has to work together if it's going to do anything. And so it's one of those things how do we all feel about it?
Well, and when you're just making this decision, it's not anything until after the primary.
Right.
Dad makes it through the primary and he's head to head with Newsom. This is not anything we've ever experienced in our whole life. You can't be prepared for this.
So if we had 200,000 people giving us $1 a day for our campaign, we would be equal to Gavin Newsom, what he has in the bank right now, by September 15th.
This is not an entertainment industry. This is a people industry. California is not, it shouldn't be about what you can say and how pretty it can be and what kind of graphics and what kind of, how can you talk and how can you perform just to talk to, a select group of people and try to convince them of how you feel.
In politics, it's not what you do, it's what people think you do.
Right.
And that's wrong because there's really what you do. You can't, in agriculture and in business, you can't tell people you're doing something when you're not doing it because the evidence comes real quick.
It's bad business.
Yeah. What was the motto of Big Valley Seed Company?
If you're up, we're open.
Right. So when a farmer needs grain, At 10 o'clock at night, because it's going to rain the next day, we're there.
After a football game,
Yeah.
broken hand, you just gotta do it.
Yeah.
But it's also like, we're sacrificing ourselves, if you think about this. And people don't care at all. They don't ever look at us and say, wow, they're doing a lot for us. And they're making big steps in their life. And no one will care. And that's where it's hard for me. Because no one ever sees what we do. This will be great, but it also is like, we won't ever get to be normal people. Or do normal things without having some other consequence or some other thing about it. And I think that'll be hard.
Yes.
That's so crazy because like Reagan and I were not thinking about that stuff when we were 12.
When you were 12?
You didn't have to think about those
Exactly,
things when you were 12. You
I know, it's
in
crazy.
one
That's what
place.
I'm saying. Like,
Seriously,
I could never
I'm not even thinking about that right now.
I could never put my thoughts like together like that. That was very impressive.
Yeah, it was good.
But it's like relationships, like I don't want to lose more people than we've already lost. But I think it's worth it.
We're super excited.
I don't know.
Roz, you're amazing. Truly. This is a David versus Goliath story right here. Why can't I, with the help of people, take down this giant? And then it's about the people. I challenge people. Tell me what's working in California. Our future is grim unless we get a hold of it and get people in there that are going to make some tough decisions and tell people, no, sorry, you can't have that. I get home on the weekends and I'm up at 4 o'clock, just bam. By the time that sun's up, I'm already to the ranch or doing something. It's not work. When you love something so much and it's like, it's not a job. It's so easy for me to just bounce out of bed and do the things that need to be done. In Sacramento, it's like, you know what? I'm not up at 5 o'clock burning ready to go do something. I'm just like, gosh, I gotta go back in here and battle these people again. Running for governor, I got that fire right now. I have that fire of like, okay, I'm gonna do something about it. How can you sit on the sidelines and not get involved for your kids' sake? I know that this is a blessed land, and if we had good people that were taking care of it and running it right, we could continue to be for the next generations. And so that's why I'm running.
That is the man I know. That is the man who will be in front of you today. It is my honor to introduce to you my dad and your state senator, Brian Dahle.
This is an amazing, beautiful state that used to be the land of opportunity, but its leadership is so poor that people are running for the state line. Well, I'm not leaving. This is my home, and it sure as hell is worth fighting for. And that's why today, I'm announcing that I am running for the governor of the state of California. This isn't about me. It's about our families and the people who have roots in California that don't want to leave. As California goes, the nation goes. We are going to flip California. God bless you, and God bless California.